Hello, it's Em, the beginner crafter. Welcome to another FlossTube video, and this time it's well, I've got 5 projects to show you, so it went a bit better than usual because in June I usually have a bit more time to work on a few things, so I worked on a few projects. So let's start with Miranda. And with Miranda, I'm already on the next row, which is more or less in the half of the page. I left this area here because this is the floss that I lost and I really don't know where it is. I need to do some more cleaning and tidying up, and then hopefully I'll find it. It is possible I left it at my parents' house, but if that's the case, I'll have to wait a bit longer. I did manage to fill it out a little bit because there was more of this color in the previous row, because when the color finished somewhere here, I just moved the floss and finished it around here. So there might be a gap for some time because I lost the color, but so far I'm able to continue with Miranda, so it's going places. I think I'm still below 9% in this one, so it's still a long way to go for the picture to continue and just do something a bit more interesting. I mean, in theory I do have a few shades, but you can't really see much of a difference between them, at least not from afar. When it's closer, then you can clearly see there are some differences in shading, but when it's a bit further, it's not as easy to see all of the different shades. But this is how it's designed, and I have to cope with that for a longer while. It should get more interesting further on. Then I continued something that I haven't been doing for a long time, which is Hogwarts Crest. And with Hogwarts Crest, I finished page 1. So I think page 1 finishes somewhere around here, where you can see this yellow line. So I've got everything in here done. I think it goes more or less to the middle of this yellow again row. So I've got page 1 done. I've done quite a lot of page 2 as well. I finished the snake a bit. I mean, there are still some stitches in the snake that need to be done. They're not so much in the snake as in this letter H, but they are very near the snake. Plus I need to do the eye of the snake. And I need to complete this part of the whatever this is, decoration. And then page 2 will be done as well. It's really not much left. So the Gryffindor part is done, Slytherin is almost finished, and then I'll be moving on to the Hufflepuff section. I have some thread ready already because I just didn't want to finish the thread. I wanted to really finish page 1, and Hogwarts Crest only has 4 pages, so there's not much left. I guess if I really put my mind to it, I could finish it this year, and this could be my finish of the year, but we'll see how it goes. In the last 2 weeks, I wanted to work on Hogwarts Crest, and it was fun. We'll see how things go a bit later on, but I would really like to finish it before I move house, because it would be, I think, a nice decoration on the wall of my flat. So that's the goal, and I don't think I will move into the flat for about a year, so it's still a long way. I still have a lot of time. I also did mini Marvellous Garden. I went another row. I finished, maybe not really done, but I finished another row. Here are some blanks because I forgot to buy thread, and I will buy it sooner or later, but I don't want to go to the shop for just one skein of thread, so I'll wait and see what other colors I'm going to need. Maybe I'll have to buy the thread that I had lost for Miranda, so then I'll be buying at least 2 threads, but so far this is what I've been doing. This is how much I finished, and yeah, I think the next row will be a bit more colorful with the flowers, because I think this is the beginning of a flower, so there will be a bit more colors also, and the peacock is starting to get a bit more shape, not just head and neck, but actual body as well is appearing, so that's nice. And I'm after the midsection of the page. I think there are like 3 more grid rows, 3 or 4 maybe, I guess 4. So it's getting okay, but this is still, I think, not 9% of the whole picture. Then I've got Peppermint Purple's 2021 Blackwork Stitch Along, and this is what it looks like so far. So I've done the pieces that are for those weeks that have happened lately. I finished all the squares in the borders around, and I've actually started the pattern, the decorative pattern for the border. So the border is getting finished. I don't think it will happen next time, because this is a pattern that takes a bit of time, but once I get on with doing the squares or rectangles for a specific week, then I'll obviously continue a bit more with the border, but it's not something that I really feel like, yes, I'm going to finish in the next 2 weeks. It is some work, this border. I'm not going to lie, it is a bit of work. It's a bit more than I expected it to be. It is simple, but it just takes a bit of time to do everything. But I really like the way it looks. I think it just sort of continues with the Blackwork pattern very well, so I'm really glad I chose this border for my stitch along, and that's how much I have so far. And actually we're just 1 month away from the middle of the year, and that's crazy. I really think that's something that I haven't anticipated, but when you count the weeks with the SAL and you've done week 22 and you realize that 26 is the middle of the year, then it's really close. It's really, really close. And the last project I have is Miranda. No, not Miranda, Virgo. The Virgo. And in the Virgo, I have finished the hair, more or less, because there are some confetti stitches in here, and I need to put on some black. And then there are blues in the background. So I've started on the background, still, I guess 1500 stitches on this page, but it's getting great. I really like the Virgo. It would be nice to finish this picture also before I move. It would be nice. But it's still a long way, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish it within about a year. Yeah, I really don't think so. So, because there's still a full row of pages and a bit of another row of pages. So, I'm sorry. It's still a long way to go, but I'm quite hopeful. I worked quite a bit on it this year. I would have to check where I was when I started, but I think I was on this page, so page 13. So in half a year I did almost a full row. I mean, there are still a few weeks, so hopefully I will finish this page. So it will be almost a full row in one half of the year. Then the second half of the year I could do most of this next row, and then another half a year finish the rest. So it is possible, and I'll try, but I don't know if I will really feel like putting so much work into this one picture. But it would be great. So I have some thinking to do. The one thing that may impede my stitching in the next few weeks, because I do have a bit more free time, so I can spend more time stitching. The only thing that could impede it is actually designing the new flat, because I have more and more ideas, and yeah, I kind of focus on that as well, so it takes some of the time away from stitching, but it's also fun, and I guess I get more energy for doing the stitching after that, so we'll see. But I hope that next FlossTube will also be full of new stitches and full of progress. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to continue watching my progress. Comment down below if you have something to say, or just say hi. And thank you for watching. And I guess thank you for listening to my neighbor's dog, if you can hear it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!